As a volunteer working on the Superior Hiking Trail, you may find yourself working independently or as one of many volunteers on a large group project. In either case, your personal safety is your responsibility. Safety is a mindset that begins even before you set foot on the trail. If you prepare in advance, it will likely result in a positive impact on your experience and the work you do on the trail.
Through careful planning, identifying and communicating your objectives, and understanding as much as you can about where you're going, you set yourself up for success. Even if you are a seasoned SHT volunteer or hiker, planning is crucial.
Here are some ways that you can plan ahead with your safety in mind. Before you leave home, study maps of the area that you plan to work in. Know what the topography is, where common water sources are, and where the trailheads and other access points are. Check the conditions page on the SHTA website. Recent storms could have taken out a bridge or downed trees. There could be logging activity, closures, or animal concerns. Any of these conditions could seriously impact your planned activities. Check the local weather forecast. Let someone know your travel plans, where you're going, where you will be staying, and when you will return. Keep in mind, many sections have spotty cell reception, or no reception at all. Go with others. While you may prefer to recreate alone, it is important to keep in mind that while you are volunteering and working on the SHT, you are not recreating. There is safety in numbers.
Before you leave the trailhead, make sure that you have appropriate clothing. Bring a head net, bug spray, and sunscreen, and ensure that you have all the necessary tools and personal protective equipment for the work that you plan to do. These include a first aid kit, gloves, sturdy footwear, no sandals or flip-flops please, long pants and sleeves, a hard hat if you are working overhead or in close proximity to other people, eye protection, and, if you are properly trained and using a motorized tool, ear protection. It is almost always a good idea to bring rain gear and extra layers. Dramatic temperature shifts are not uncommon even in the summer. Make sure that you have enough food and water. Keep in mind that with the added exertion from working, you may get more hungry or thirsty than you are used to. Don't plan to rely on filtering water while you are out there. If you are on medication for any reason, make sure that you take it and have it with you. Check in with someone who knows where you will be that day and what time you plan to return. Call them when you are safely back at your accommodations. Clearly communicate your objectives with everyone in your party. While it is fine to separate as needed, generally plan to stay together. Be prepared to spend the night in the woods. Have a few survival items in your pack, such as a lighter, emergency blanket, headlamp, extra water or a way to purify water, and extra snacks. It is important that you know what's going on around you. As you work, be aware of hikers, the other volunteers you are working with, and the overhead hazards before sawing.
Be flexible with your plans, as the situation on the ground may be more or less complicated than expected. Make sure you have the energy to hike out of the woods, and don't exhaust yourself to the point where you can't get out. Don't be a statistic.
The work that you do on the trail is so valuable to us and to the thousands of hikers who use the trail. We want your volunteer experience to be memories of accomplishment that have a lasting impact.
By following these tips, your efforts will be some of the many great memories you have on the Superior Hiking Trail.